Well, obviously, it was a great way to finish up the weekend. We won a series, but we did it the hard way. We let one get away on Friday night, but had a great victory last night. Everybody came in out of the bullpen, did a really nice job as well. So that was a good all-around victory today for us, and a good way to finish up a 10 games in, 13 or 14 days stretch. How many did we win? Seven out of the 10, I think. Okay, wish we would have won 3 more, but I think we're getting better. We're finding out a lot about our team, and I think we're ready to go for SEC play. So we got one more game, and then it'll be time to bring on the SEC and have some fun.
I'm sure you don't want to answer this, but does Mikhail enter the conversation to start one of those SEC games?
Well, he started today, so I would think that there's a good possibility of that, but we'll see. He really did a super job. And then that inning was so long, the 5th inning. I really wanted to see him go out and throw 6 innings and maybe get up to 80 pitches or so, just to build up some endurance and so forth. Because he was a little tired after the 5th inning. But I wanted to send him back out there, and then we started having that long inning. And then I was wishing that I had gotten somebody up a little bit earlier. But at least having to sit down and go back out there for the 6th was a good thing for him. And anyway, he did a super job. Great job.
So you'll have Hilliard, Labus to consider as far as the 3rd guy on the...
Well, Labus is going to start Wednesday against South Alabama. So, we'll see after that game. But just figure it out, by Thursday what we're going to do.
You talked about the guys not listening to that game plan at the plate between you and Sean. When they have a game like this, you have to tell them that those rules still apply, not just because you did this well.
Well, there's no rules we're just trying to help the kids, improve and get better and get the job done. That Friday night we just faced so many sliders and cut fastballs, and we were just pulling off the ball. So we just had a real big emphasis on trying to hit the ball to the opposite field. And I think those last 2 days it was much improved, and because of that, the kids were, they did a great job. They were much tougher outs. We banged out 17 hits tonight. And the good thing about today was, unlike yesterday, we scored all those runs early and then we just kind of went stagnant. A lot of the credit goes to those 2 young pitchers that he brought in, the righty and the first kid, was his name Smith maybe, and then the left-hander. They were really good, and that had a lot to do with it. But today there was an emphasis on let's play the whole game. And when we put the 7 runs up there in the 5th inning, I think that kind of put it into pretty good position for us. So I was real happy about that we had showed a little more killer instinct tonight.
By the time the 5th inning was over tonight, everyone in your starting lineup had a hit. Everyone scored a run, all but Watson and Driven.
Is that right?
Yeah. So when the whole 9 is going like that.
Yeah. Well, that's we're not a home run hitting team, Luke, and that's what I told the kids. We hit some home runs. We have a home run today? No home runs today, and we scored 14 runs. When you're not when you don't live and die by the home run, and we don't do that. We got some guys that can hit home runs. It's just so much more important to come through in situational hitting, with runners in scoring position and so forth. About the only thing we did bad today, we were looking like a great team. We got a base hit, a walk, a beautiful sacrifice bunt. We get 2nd and 3rd, and then we struck out with a runner on 3rd base and 1 out. And that's what we've been working on. And it didn't end up hurting us, obviously, at the end result of the game. But outside of that one at bat, there were so many terrific at bats. It's hard to find much fault.
You played a pretty challenging non-conference schedule to this point, including your in-state road trips.
Yeah.
I think even Tony Robichaud said, if I spar with somebody and he never punches me back, I don't get any better. So what do you think that the team kind of learned through struggles and success so far?
Yeah, well, obviously you like to win every game, Jacques, but we did challenge the kids between, the non-conference weekends and then also the midweek games, 2 of them on the road. And this Wednesday, South Alabama, they were ranked 15th in the country a week ago. So we're challenging the kids, and they have to get, sometimes they have to learn through failure, and sometimes we have to find out who we can count on through failure. You hate to lose a game ever. I don't like losing at all. But if you're going to gain something by losing a game early in the year, it's going to make you better as the year goes on. And ultimately, the SEC is how we determine what kind of a season we have. And I think I have a pretty good grasp of the guys that we can count on now as we're going into this SEC season.